Hello guys, in this video we'll be talking about the arrays. Arrays in the Kotlin are represented by the array class. It has a get and a set methods which will be called when we're trying to access the elements from the array. If you are trying to access the element, then the get method is called, and if you're trying to set the value using this square bracket notation, then the set method will be called. And if you want to know the size of the array, then we can use the size property. And in order to create an array, we can use this arrayOf function and pass the values. Here we have passed 1 2 3, which are integers. This will create an array of integers. If we would have passed an array strings, then it will create an array of strings. And if alternatively, if you want to create an array of nulls, then we can use this function mentioned over here. Primitive type arrays. But in Kotlin there are no primitive types. How come we can create primitive type arrays? Yes, we can create using the IntArrayOf function and pass the integers values or the primitive values like the boolean, the character. Then this will create an array of primitives. So in order to understand this, I will explain a concept from Java. So in Java there are primitive types and also the wrapper classes for the primitive types. Like if you are having integer, boolean, character, for those primitives there are also the wrapper classes, or there are having some different classes, or they're like integer class, character class, boolean class. They are there for some reason. Like in generics we cannot pass the primitives as the type parameter, we can only pass the wrapper classes. That's why they are existing. So here, if when we are using the arrayOf function, this will create an array of integers, but those integers are not primitives, those are the wrapper classes for the primitives. Like for if you are creating integer, it will create an integer wrapper class. So I'm talking at the bytecode level, so everything is at the bytecode level. That is when Kotlin compiler will convert everything into bytecode, and it can be run on JVM platform. Then I'm talking about this all. So here, this using this array of function, it will create an array of wrapper classes, whatever it is, integer or boolean character. Here, using this int array, this will create an array of primitive data types at the bytecode level. So if you're having any confusion, what is this wrapper classes, what is this all, I will put a link in the description. You can go and read about the wrapper classes in the Java. Then you can understand this properly. So it's simple. Just remember that using this arrayOf function, we will create an array of wrapper integer classes. Using the int arrayOf, we will create here I should say that it will create an array of wrapper classes. Here it will create array of primitive. So that is what we need to remember. Let's go to the IDE. If I explain more, it will confuse. So let's go to the IDE and just go. Let's create an array. We need to use arrayOf function. Here we can pass values. Okay. So in order to access, we need to use the square brackets and pass the index number, right? We need to pass the index number. So here we are accessing the first element, that is 1. 1 will be printed. Let us change the same first element to 5. Let's print again the same. So here that get method will be called inside the array class, and here the set method will be called. So let us run and see. So the first element is printed, and after that we have changed it to 5. This element is changed to 5. So again, when we are printing, it is 5. So in order to know the size, we can use the size property. Let's comment this. Let's remove this. So 5 will be printed because the total number of the elements present are 5. And if we see the data type of this, it will be an array of integers. But these integers are the wrapper classes. Here it is wrapper integer class for the primitive. And if you want an array of primitives, then we need to use different function altogether, which is IntArrayOf. And here we need to pass the elements, and everything remains the same. Like we can set the elements, we can get the elements, we can print the size. So if you see the data type, here the data type is different. It is not an array of integer like before, it's an different class altogether. So int array, so this represent an array of primitives. So if you're having any confusion, please comment down in the comment box. I will try to clear. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching.